Welcome into the 5 to 9 podcast. We're able to make your 9 to 5 hopefully feel a little bit more like 5 to 9. If you're already in the 5 to 9, then thanks for listening anyways. Obviously, you don't see Jackson and Todd like normal. Todd is MIA for this episode. Jackson, he said about 10 minutes. He's stuck in traffic, but who knows how long that's going to be. I do have Dom here, my pledge class vice president, throwback, the World Cup connoisseur, as obviously that's easily the biggest sporting thing going on in the world. Dom, how you doing, man? Up in, where are you, Ohio, Pennsylvania?
Pennsylvania, man.
Okay,
Yeah,
you said the
Pennsylvania.
ticket in Ohio. It confused me.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, coming off a nice speeding ticket this past weekend, but
Oh,
happy
okay,
to
the
happy
weekend.
happy to happy to be here now. Happy to be here.
So, obviously, we were just talking about, are you like running that fantasy league that you have?
Yeah,
Or
I am.
yeah,
Yeah, on the FIFA app, it's a we got 47 people in it, so the payout is $1,200. Fantasy World Cup. It's been a doozy getting everyone's money, but it's going well so far.
are you
But
the like with the Jonathan David thing we were talking about, and you could captain him and double your points and whatnot? Is that one of like the greatest performances? Because I don't do fantasy soccer. You were kind of talking about its equivalent of
yeah.
like 70 points in fantasy football. Is that like
Mhm.
one of
Basically,
the
like
greatest?
he literally just, I mean, for those who don't know, Canada just won 6-0 against Qatar here, and he had a hat trick and an assist, so that's already 1,000,000 points. Plus, you get minutes for points for playing 60 minutes, and then if you have a player who's under 5% owned by the whole app, then you get more bonus points on top of that, which is so 48 with the captaincy, 24 normally. That's unbelievable performance. That could win you a league right there, man.
That's ridiculous. And I
Yeah.
feel like it's so funny that, well, I mean, I was going to say the other two games were low scoring, but it just felt like the Switzerland one was. But it was 4-1. When was the first goal? It was
Yeah, 70
the
off 70 odd
80,
minute. Like it was
74th.
ridiculous. Yeah, like
74th, the 84th, the 90th, and then the 90th, 93rd, and then the 97th. I didn't even see that Granit Xhaka was the one that scored the fourth goal, actually, now that I'm looking.
yeah, it was a penalty and like it was like the last kick of the game. It was like ridiculous.
That's
But I
insane.
mean, the games so far, barring the noon game, I know some of the lads had some nice money on Schick to score this morning. I heard that was a bad game. I couldn't watch it at work,
Just
but
Czechia in
it's
general, man. It was so
yeah.
bad. They scored in the 6th minute, and well, Schick had a 3rd minute header that was just horrid. He like wide open. I feel like on the near post, just
Hmm.
left it about multiple feet wide. But then like
Oh,
you score in
jeez.
the 6th minute, and I feel like the rest of it was just South Africa for the other 84 and change for stoppage
Yeah,
time. Like it was so weird how it switched as soon as Czechia scored, and then obviously the penalty
the
kick.
last minute penalty. Yeah, that's that's a brutal beat. I feel like, but the other two games today, I thought today was Slay was going to be like pretty entertaining, and it's been good so far. And I think this last game could be really good with
Well, the
because
winner, yeah.
Korea they really impressed me in that late game, especially that Kenyan Lee, man. They're a fun team to watch.
Well, they're missing what, or is it Japan that has a couple injuries?
Japan
Okay.
Japan lost their best midfielder. Yeah.
Okay. I wasn't sure. Maybe that's a little bit racist. I apologize, but it was one or the other. But anyways, the I feel like this is kind of like the most important game, and I mean, obviously you can't like switch
Yeah,
around
it
like
is.
kickoff times, but whichever team wins their group. Isn't that right?
Basically, yeah, because the other two teams have to come up against Czechia and South Korea. Like I think Mexico plays Czechia and South Korea plays South Africa. So
Hmm.
both those teams should be expected to win this. And a draw here means like they'll both just go all out to score as many goals as they can in the last game.
Okay, because basically whoever scores, if this game were to tie, whoever scores more in the third game would like win the group essentially.
Yeah, well, whoever's goal difference is best.
Right.
So
Okay. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Gotcha. So with like, is there if this one ties, what they both have four,
Hmm.
and South
And
Africa
then
and Czechia both have one? Is that right?
yes.
Yeah. So
So with
technically, I
yeah.
mean, there would be if this game ties, like that's what Czechia and South Africa wants because that gives them a shot at
100%.
top
Like
two.
no team is out of it after. So with the new expanded World Cup,
Hmm.
um, no team is out of it until the last week. You could go through with one win. You can go through with there might be we might see a team go through with 2 points if
Yeah.
everything goes correctly. But with two of those teams getting a point now, if they win their second game, like so for the viewers who don't know, there's 48 teams in the new expanded World Cup. Used to be 32. Out of these 48, 32 go through. So it's the top two from each bracket, and then 8 out of the top 12 third place teams. Whoever has the best like record out of those 8 out of the top 12 go through. So like if you get 4 points as a third place team, you are through 100%. Like there is no doubt in my mind that you're not going through with 4 points.
I was gonna
So
ask your
yeah,
opinion on like where the line might be drawn, like the cut line, so to speak, in Green Readings terms before he's on here. Like,
I
is it gonna
think
be three? Like you just said,
I
you
think
could
it,
get in
I
with
think it,
two, but
I think it'll be three with not a million goals against you. So like Qatar today, they have no points, but even if they win, man, they got 1 point. They got a point against Switzerland, so they're not out of
Mhm.
it yet. But like um if a team has 0 points, like say Curacao, they lost 7-1, then against Germany. Say they lose their next game against Ecuador here, they could be in trouble because they would be on -6, maybe -8 goal difference going into that third game, and that won't do it. With like you need to have 3 points, I think, and then close to even, maybe -1, -2 goal difference, and you could go through.
So technically, you don't even need a win. You could draw three times
Exactly,
and
you
have
could.
like even goal differential.
I think that would get you through if you draw
What's
three
your
times.
what's your opinion on that? Like, I feel like teams that maybe that doesn't happen. Like, there's a world, of course, where you can tie three times, but maybe like a team gets 3 points with a win, a loss, and a draw, whatever. But like teams that tie three times, they now have a shot to go through. Like, does that feel like they did enough? You know, because there's not a group where it's Ivory Coast and they tied Germany, England, and Japan, like three really quality teams.
Yeah,
Like it's
that's the
kind of
issue.
like a really nice team, like above average, and then kind of two that are like trying to prove themselves. So for a team that has 3 points to tie, say they're one of the teams trying to prove themselves, you tie really good, a little bit above average, and then another team proving it, like they're gonna get smacked in the next round, essentially.
Yeah.
I feel like.
So like that's the conversation I've been having with a couple people, is that with this new expanded format, there's no group of death anymore. Like I don't know if you remember 2014 when USA, Ghana
Right.
in their prime, Portugal, and then I forget who the last one was, but this group was ridiculous, and like we had to go through it. Like we went through it. It was, but now like you're seeing the groups are very top heavy and bottom heavy, so it kind of removes the jeopardy of the group stage with like a big team getting bounced out of it. Like Germany won the World Cup the next year, they didn't make it out of the group stage. Like Germany won in 2014. The next year they got bounced. Same thing with Spain in 2010, and then 2014 they got bounced. Like they're a big team like a France or Argentina or whoever, they have no chance of getting bounced because a one win you're through. Like one win did not used to get you through now, but now it's. So I think that it's nice to have more teams in it. It brings more stories, but um, I think that some of the games haven't been great. Even though there's, I don't know, like Spain, Cape Verde was like that's 0-0. That's huge. But you look at today with Qatar and a couple days ago with Germany and Curacao. Like
Yeah.
I don't know. There's pros and cons, but I'd probably lean that 32 is the right amount.
Germany was the fourth team in our group. It was Germany,
It
United
was
States,
Germany. Yeah,
Portugal, and Ghana.
yeah,
We beat Ghana in the opening game, and
yeah.
then we
Drew
have the
with
same amount
Portugal,
of
right?
points as Portugal. Yeah,
Yeah, we
I
drew
believe
them.
we drew Portugal had the same amount of points, but we edged them out on goal differential.
Yeah, Jermaine Jones goal. I remember now. It's ridiculous. But yeah, and then because I know it for a fact we lost to Germany,
Hmm.
but yeah, like there's no. So I think Portugal got bounced. They didn't make it, right. So like imagine that would never happen in the new format. The group of deaths now, like I gotta pull up the World Cup groups here, but the group of deaths now are ones that have like four middle of the road teams,
Right.
not like three really good teams and one middle of the road team. Like I'm trying to think of who that like what group that could be. The Mexico group has decent
Mm-hmm.
teams. Um,
Chechi is underperforming though, isn't that he's in that
yeah,
they're in
they
that
are.
group,
They are.
but
Yeah, they are. Um,
but
I
see,
really
even you
couldn't
like
tell you.
even
Oh,
you
here it is.
thinking
Like
about it, that like
Sweden, Japan, Netherlands, and Tunisia. Like that could probably be one of the group of deaths. Um, I mean, you could maybe call the USA group like nah, not really because Paraguay's shit. But like,
yeah,
it's really tough. I don't really know because there is no group of death anymore because every team on the bottom is really bad. Like I'll go through it right here. South Africa in one, Qatar, Haiti, Paraguay, Curacao, Tunisia, New Zealand, Iraq. Like I'm naming like Jordan. So, you know what I mean?
right.
But it's nice to see some of these teams in it that you've never seen in it ever. And they because each one of these teams that I just named have a good quality player on it. So like
Yeah.
that gets a chance, you know.
Yeah. I mean, like Cape Verde, I know obviously they drew, so they had the point with Spain, and that was like probably one of the most shocking, if not the most shocking, like
Yeah.
result with Spain being obviously the favorites, but their goalkeeper is like 40 years old and has like more followers now than like Joe Burrow and all these other
Yeah,
stars. Like
it
so
kind of just
stories like
shows
that,
that's the
like Cape
soccer
Verde
juice.
wouldn't have been in with
No,
32.
no,
Like
hell no, yeah.
you know what I mean? Like there's some teams that are like an Ivory Coast. Like would you think that's a team that would have made it with 32? Like
I
I
think
feel
so.
like they're
Yeah.
talented enough. Like
I think so,
but
dude. They got some good players, man. Amad Diallo from my
yeah,
team, Man
yep, yep,
United, but Yan
yep.
Diomande, who's probably he's a winger who's set for probably 100 million move from Leipzig, Liverpool, PSG teams looking at
Hmm.
him, but he's excellent. Only 19. He's actually played high school soccer in U.S. But they got some good players, man. Yeah,
Yeah, so they're not one of the teams that are like on the border, and I mean,
yeah. A
I
team that's
loved
on the
watching their
border.
game, but
A team that's on the border would be like a team like even like Scotland, like from you, but or a team like Saudi Arabia is another good example. Algeria, teams like that, they're good examples of teams that are on the border.
there he
There he
is.
is.
What's up?
What's going on, man?
What's good? How we doing, boys?
Good, good. We're
Good.
talking about like the new format. So I already got obviously Dom's opinion.
Okay. Oh, we're
What do
talking about
you?
FIFA World Cup format.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Obviously we have the World Cup connoisseur on here, but with the new, I know you're kind of like maybe diving in more than you ever have in a World Cup before, Diggs. But
Yeah.
have you heard anything about like the new format, the added teams? Like, are you a fan as a
Yeah.
guy that hasn't been following the World Cup for a long time, or?
So I'm not gonna lie. It took me about a full week, not a full week of watching, but a full week of research before I even realized there was a new format. I just assumed, based on my prior knowledge, that's what it was, and I was like, oh, this is cool. And then I got more to thinking about it. I was like, the eight of the 12 third or eight of the whatever third place teams seems like that's new. Like I feel like I haven't heard of that before.
Yeah, that's
But I
basically
mean,
what happens with the new qualifying, like the amount of teams.
yeah.
Usually, I mean, Dom, it's the top two of every group before that, is it
Yeah, you
not?
can't because you can't just take 42 turn like
Yeah,
42 to 24 like this doesn't work out
right.
mathematically. So
And it's like we've talked about expansion before on here. We've talked about college football expansion. We've talked about March Madness expansion. I mean, I think on a world stage, getting more countries, more teams involved is never a bad thing. And I think, at least through the games I've seen so far, we'll see how it trickles down with the whole third place effect. But in terms
Mhm.
of simply having and I've heard even a few comments about how I think I saw a post saying if you win one game, you get to 3 points. You
That's
have
what you're
like a
saying.
68% chance to qualify.
Yeah.
Not sure about the long term effects of that, but just getting to watch more teams and more matchups is never a bad thing.
So yeah, and then it obviously adds the extra knockout game
Hmm.
where I think there could be two situations in the so it goes from 48 to 32. Used to go 32 to 16. So it's going to be round of 16 knockouts, right? This round of 32, I think could bring it'll bring two scenarios. It'll bring one where a top team could lose in an upset in the round of 32 to a
Hmm.
pretty crap team, or the top team could just pummel them. It could be 4-5-0. You can see one of those. I think that the round of 32 matchups, if a team like whoever, like Saudi Arabia, go through
Yeah.
and they play a France or whoever, like whatever it
Yeah.
may be, for example, you could see the upset, but I think it's more of a chance of like, well, this could be a
Yeah.
knockout game,
Yeah.
4 or 5
Well,
nothing.
dude, and
You
to
know,
your point, you mentioned France. That was the group I think it may impact someone in the future because you have France, Senegal, and
in
Norway. And
Norway, yeah, yeah,
Senegal didn't look incredible against France, but I think they're a better team than that. I think that's just France.
yeah.
And they could have scored, I think, once or twice in the first half. But anyways, like if Senegal finishes third in that group, I think they're a pretty good third place team, and so a team in the future that's getting them could be a bad draw.
No, 100%. Like I think, and it'll be a group winner. Like the group
Yeah.
winners
Yeah.
get the third place, get the third place teams, and then the seconds go against each other. So like as long as Senegal beats Iraq and then doesn't lose by a million goals to
Yeah.
Norway, but even if they take a point off of Norway and then beat Iraq, they're through. Like it's
Yeah.
just
That's it.
so
That's
yeah.
what we were saying, Dom and I, Jackson, was like, well,
Mm.
one, going back to you saying you could win one game and get 3 points. You could go winless in the opening round in group
Yeah.
play. You
Three
could tie
draws.
3 times, 3 draws.
True.
Your goal differential is obviously 0 because you've tied all 3 games. That's
Yeah.
a team that can go through a
Yeah.
3-point, 3-draw team. And it's like, to your point, it's cool to see all these countries. Dom and I were talking about like the Cape Verde goalkeeper, Curacao scoring their first goal ever. Like that was cool.
Yeah.
Um, Ivory Coast is a team that probably would have made it in 32. Dom and I
Yeah.
both agree, but also another fun stories. But there's like you get these stories, but you also get a 7-1 thrashing of Curacao from what top 5 favorites Germany, a
Yeah,
6-0
Curacao.
Canada Qatar, and Canada's not even really. What are they even
Yeah.
top 10 maybe?
They're not
in
even
favorites.
amazing.
Yeah.
Like no. But also again, there's 2 red cards in this game that just finished up. So like that's
Hmm.
part of the reason why
What was that
they
final
were able
score?
6-0.
6-0.
Oh, geez. Okay.
Yeah,
I thought
so,
Canada would
yeah.
win big. I did not think 6-0.
I had
considering
Canada
the team
minus
watched
1.5. I
play
did
in
not
their
have them
first
minus
matchup.
5.5.
Yeah.
So-
No.
Again 2 red cards. If you're playing 2 men down, that's impossible.
Yeah. And
So,
who
I
did
mean-
Qatar steal a point against?
Switzerland, who
Switzerland.
who also won they won the 3 p.m. kickoff
Jeez.
against Bosnia 4-1.
Was today the first red cards we've seen since the very first day when we had 3 in the opening game with South Africa and Mexico?
Yeah. So yes. So there was 5 total. Yeah. There's 3 today, and then the 2 against the Mexico game. I got a good stat here. There's been 5 total red cards in the group stage so far. It's just so far. This is we're one day
Right.
through through game week 2. There's 4 red cards in all of the last World Cup. The
Dang.
entire thing. And
There's
South
clearly
Africa
setting-
came out playing like super physical against Mexico, which I feel like you kind of have to do
Yeah.
against a Mexico team that plays the style that they do, like the speed and the. I feel like they're a pretty talented team. Maybe not as talented as
Yeah.
they once were, but they still have it. But like 2 red cards, and then obviously Mexico. I'm pretty sure Mexico got one. I think it was 3.
They got
in
one in
the-
like the in extra time or
Yeah,
they
there's
did.
3 in that game,
so we're
and
so
then
we're at
2
6
today.
then. So we're at 6. So we're
Oh,
at
there,
6.
there was 3 today.
Yeah.
Okay, so then
Yeah.
we're at 6.
So there's
That's like
2
a-
two in the Qatar game and 1 in the Bosnia game.
That's like
Right.
an NBA ass stat. Like they're setting agendas, bro. Like that's what the
So-
NBA does. Like we don't call this foul enough this year. Make sure you call it more this year. Like it seems like they weren't calling enough fouls.
Something
in the
that
last
was
World Cup.
interesting that like you just reminded me of was today. What game was I watching? I think it was a Switzerland game. Yeah, because or no, yeah, because it was the Bosnia red card. Because it was right on the edge of the 18-yard line in the box,
Mm-hmm.
and it was like if he was in the box, it would have been a PK and a yellow, but since it was right outside the box, it was a red. Is that like that's just
So,
how it goes? Is that just an
there's a
understood
thing-
rule, or is that a rule?
There's a thing with that. So it's called for sure. It's called DOGSO, DOGSO, denial of obvious goal scoring opportunity.
Yeah,
So
it's like an open
that-
path foul.
Mm.
yeah, basically. But some refs give the red and the PK, and then some don't. Like it, some are like, okay, it's only a yellow. But if you're the last man, it's like it's technically called a professional foul. Like if you're the last man back and you're denying the obvious goal scoring opportunity, it should be a red. Like
I find it like crazy how different the refs are. Like I feel like in most sports like no matter what the game is, every ref is going to have their like little quirks or tendencies, but for the most part it's like a group aligned on a single message. It's weird whenever I hear like a broadcast of like the World Cup or something, they talk about like this guy does this or this ref is
Oh
really
yeah.
calling it this
Mhm.
way. Like it's crazy how like there's not like a defined scale. Like it seems like they kind of can just do willy-nilly.
Yeah, and like on, it's not like willy nilly,
Yeah,
but
not
like
necessarily. Yeah.
the refs tend to like ref the game. Like there's guys who like it's a tight game. There's guys who let him play. Like on these soccer apps, SofaScore, FootMob, you can look at who's refing the game. Their average yellow cards they give out a game. Their average red cards they give out a game. Their average the average like fouls they like it
Yeah.
that you can. But which I think is a good thing because it adds another element to the game. But
Yeah.
sometimes it's like we don't want to see a game ref this way. Like
Which is
when
why
it's like two of the best teams.
Yeah, which is why I don't want like complete robot umps. Like I like, you're always going to get mad at an ump or have a moment where you're happy with the call that he made. That's why I like the pitch challenge system, but like I don't want it completely robotic. I want some element of variety based on, how they call it. And it seems like I feel like soccer reffing would be the closest comparison to that or umping to that.
Yeah, because well, with there's been a lot of drama about VAR over the past since it was introduced,
Yeah, I
Yeah.
was gonna say since it
and
started.
even now, like they added a couple things that kind of slowed the game down a little bit, but also help. So there's always gonna be drama around it, but it's what it is. I don't think I think the refing's been totally fine this entire World Cup so far.
Yeah, I haven't seen anything
I don't think there's been
egregious.
any. I mean, maybe the penalty decision on the foul on Mbappe could have been one in the Senegal game.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Other than that, I mean, because in club soccer, like in the Premier League, it was abysmal. The Premier League refing is
Yes,
notorious.
absolutely.
It's notorious for being horrible. So I think in the World
That's
Cup
what
so
I've
far,
heard too, because that's the
yeah,
whole reason why everyone hated Arsenal, right? Because they were kind of just SGAing their way into set pieces and stuff and scoring.
100%.
Okay.
Yeah. Like
So
they would play for corners. Their team would freaking celebrate them like it was a goal, and then and then they would like the amount of grappling, the amount of shirt tugging, grappling,
Yeah.
kicks, and everything that
but
would go
like
on during these set pieces, and they would turn a blind eye to it, and then they would turn a blind eye to it all year. Arsenal, the main culprits, best team at doing it. Listen, if they're the best team at doing it, refs aren't calling it good. Like do it, but to turn around and on the game that has the most jeopardy of winning the title, their goalie goes up for a catch, gets tugged a little bit, and they VAR it, call it a foul. Even after the West Ham scored, they call it a foul, no goal. Even though this guy who is pulling the goalie a little bit is getting tackled by another Arsenal player. Like it's a ridiculous. Like you can just literally look up West Ham versus Arsenal corner and just
Yeah.
watch the whole thing. Watch the whole
I
thing.
remember
It's
seeing
like,
that.
and it is ridiculous, but they probably deserve to win the league anyways. So
Yeah, it's like one moment they earned it enough elsewhere.
Yeah. yeah.
I'll say that
But
one thing, like specifically talking about like the reffing at the World Cup. I don't know the exact rule, but it's like obviously flopping. They've kind of like come down on a little bit. And
yeah.
what is it where they're making the players stand on the side for like a minute or something like that if
yes,
they're
if you
down
go,
for
I
an
think if
extended
you
amount
go
of time?
off, I think that so the new rules. There's two new rules. One, if you're wasting time on substitutions, like if you take longer to exit the field on your sub, if you take longer than 10 seconds, the player entering has to wait a full minute to come in. We have not seen that yet. We haven't seen
Yeah, I didn't know that one.
an incident happen.
I feel like
Um,
I heard one of the guys explaining that in one of the games. I can't remember
Yeah,
which one, but like I feel like it was one of the Dallas games. But I feel like that can't possibly be a bad rule. Like it's all about
No.
keeping
no,
the
yeah,
same pace of the
definitely
game.
like it just makes players exit the field a little way shorter, and they don't take 30 seconds to clap the fans and just walk off.
Right.
But the other one is that I think if you get medical treatment from a physio on the
That's
field,
what it is.
Mhm.
Yeah.
you have to come off for a minimum 30 seconds. I think you can't just like come off and then come straight back on. Like, I remember seeing, I forget what game it was, but I remember seeing a player. Maybe he was in the Uruguay game. The player was freaking out that he couldn't come on. He obviously didn't know, but he was freaking out. It was kind of funny.
Yeah. I like
I
that
feel
though.
like-
Like I like
Yeah.
that because it's like these people that if they flop and they're sticking to it so much so that the physio comes out, like it's kind of a penalty in the way. And at the same time,
Yeah.
it's just like, I mean, if you're injured, like stay off and get a little extra treatment or whatever. It's a good way to balance it out, I guess, because obviously flopping is a part of the game in soccer, but you can be mad at it, and this is kind of between giving cards, and there was a card at the World Cup already, I feel like, that was given because somebody flopped. I can't remember what game it was, but I'm pretty sure.
There was a couple dives. I think I remember seeing one, but
like that's good. Like that's a way to, again, it's a part of the game, it's a strategy, but like you're gonna have to get somewhat fouled for you to kind of play it off, So,
And I feel like it's clearly been a problem because there's been a couple times it depends on who the announcers are. We've ranged from complete utter dog shit to top tier when it's Derek Ray. But I've heard some of the commentators talk about specifically when they'll talk about a rule like that or them trying to ref the game and allow a little bit more play. They've always specifically referenced back to what they've seen in the Premier League. So I think what you're saying is completely valid, and like by the commentators that have watched it all year, like it's been lighthearted, kind of a joke in terms of reffing and fouling, and it's been kind of a little bit different from what they've seen here, which is nice because it's created a much better product for me, a casual fan who may not know as much about the teams and the players, so just am rooting for good matches and just good viewing.
Yeah, I agree, but I think moving on. You mentioned commentators. I mean, I gotta tell you, man, some of the commentation that I've heard, I think that Fox has done a horrible job about handling commentation of this World Cup. I think that
are you talking between games, like the in?
I think that's the whole thing. I think the whole thing.
Between
I think
games, that is awful. I mean, it's
really bad between games. Notably, Alexi Lalas and Clint Dempsey, number 1, 2.
I've heard specifically her name slandered.
Alexi Lalas is a guy.
That's a dude.
Oh, okay, never mind. Well, I've heard the name Alexi Lalas.
No, but
slandered.
there
I
is.
assumed it was a chick.
There is a woman commentator who's not great. I mean, I actually don't even think she's the worst one. I think
You did the New Zealand game. I remember. Okay.
I think that John Strong, who does the US game, he does almost every US game.
Okay.
Is the worst commentator actually in existence, man. It's really bad. Like it.
He sounds like a shittier Joe Davis.
There's some bad ones.
I would.
But there's some really good. There's also some really good ones too, like Ian Dark. But Ian Dark who's like a quality commentator, but he's doing his games with Landon Donovan, so that's horrible. Darren Fletcher and Owen Hargraves are the best. Like I think they're my favorite. Obviously, you got Derek Ray and Rob Green. Like there's some good ones on here, but
I'm laughing because I'm thinking about if they put the Oakland A's chick on the soccer game.
Oh God. Oh God.
Green trees. USA scores.
Yeah, it's been awful though. Awful.
Or like the Phillies commentator or Philly, whichever
play-by-play or the color guy.
I think they got the Charlotte Hornets guy on there, bro.
The Hornets.
God,
dude.
Sean Collins would be electric.
Eric Collins.
Eric Collins.
But dude, like that was my next point about the games. Like since Fox is doing it, like obviously Joe Davis is calling World Series games on Fox. He's called other big sports. But like, what if you just took like, did they seriously not know that much about soccer where it's like they can't call it? Like Eric Collins on that show would be electric.
I feel like they probably just took people who have experience but the issue is that they took people from Fox who have experience. That's the issue.
Yeah,
like, there's people in doing it on BBC, ITV, TNT, like in England. You got Peter Drury, Martin Tyler, Ali McCoy. Like these people are amazing. They do all the biggest games in the world every time. But they have a couple here. But I mean, the fact that they couldn't get some of these guys is just like. It's ridiculous.
I assume the World Cup rotates. Like, I feel like it wasn't on Fox in 22, or was it?
I think
like
I think
rotate like the
I don't know.
Super Bowl
major stations.
I actually don't know.
Huh?
I really don't know.
Okay. Wait, I'm gonna look that up.
I'm looking it up.
Okay, Tommy, you got it. Because like, if the Super Bowl rotates because of all the ad revenue,
it was on the Fox family of networks.
Oh. Damn, do they have like a monopoly over the World Cup?
I don't know.
They
2018.
I feel like not as
broadcasted
much was
exclusively
made.
in English on Fox. That's the last two right there. So
Maybe Messi and Argentina kind of tainted it, but I feel like I don't remember hearing any conversation around the
ESPN
announcement.
had the rights
Oh,
before
God.
2018. Fox is
ESPN was doing
frustrated
the
by
World
lack
Cup?
of World Cup coverage by ESPN. ESPN previously had the rights to broadcast the World Cup. Fox took over in 2018. They're paying
think they
only
should give it to-
$485 million.
I mean, realistically, they should give it to NBC. Like NBC does the Olympics, like they know how to handle this type of thing.
I would agree, but I think that America just needs to get. I mean, maybe they don't have access to these other ones across the pond, but
Bring the European ones.
like literally, man,
There's freelance contracts. Like maybe there's a rule against that, but like surely there's a
Like,
freelance contract,
I think
like
that
a visa.
I think that
like I don't
yeah,
know.
like, you gotta just be able to like have them stream it. The same one on like the same one that's on TNT or BBC or ITV in
Yeah.
England should be the same one that we see, man. It
Because
should
I
be like
imagine that dude that you said normally does most of the USA games. I haven't heard him or recognize his voice in other sports, so I imagine he calls MLS games.
I actually don't know what
So
he
it's
does.
like, so this is the World Cup. Even though we're hosting it, I get it. That probably has something to do with it. You want to bring in the top commentators from around the world to call it, not MLS. That's not the top league in the world. Bring in
Yeah.
the people that are actually calling the top class and level leagues day in and day out to call this thing.
He's got I think he's got the worst trademark in sports.
Uh-huh.
Whenever it's halftime, he yells out 45 down, 45 to go. It's the worst
That's all.
thing
That is
ever,
bad.
man. I almost like muted it right before he can say it. It pisses me off.
But aside from that, I don't know how much y'all already touched on it since I joined late, but just I've really enjoyed watching the World Cup this year. You know, like you can pick on some things, but I feel like the games have been awesome. Not a lot of like 0-0 draws. We've had some pretty good drama, some good, you know, and when they are draws, it's been a pretty good one, like Brazil, Morocco, or Cape Verde.
I'd go a step further too, about like draws and stuff like that. Like even the 7-1 Germany Curacao game, like that was Curaçao's first goal. Like they were tied at 1-1 at one point. It wasn't like a 5-1, 5-0, make it 5-1 type of thing. Like with the Swiss and Bosnia today when it was already 3-0. So it's like there was a storyline there of like, oh my God, it's tied for however long. Obviously they scored 6 unanswered. But just to your point about like this World Cup being good, I was actually going to bring it up to Dom before you were here. One of my coworkers yesterday, 2 days ago, was like, and he prefaced with "in my opinion," so he wasn't putting this on the people, but he was like, "This is the best World Cup that I've ever witnessed." And
It's a great start.
He's
It's a good
25. Yeah, he was like, to this point, like it's one of the it literally loops around to what Jackson was saying. Like that Ivory Coast game was awesome. That was one of my favorites, and it wasn't even, I feel like crazy.
It was
just
1-0.
very, yeah,
It was
like,
1-0. It was
you
still
could look
back end to end. It was good.
Japan
Like, even
had a
games
really
like
good
that.
game against the Netherlands.
Yeah,
Oh my God, that was
excellent.
game of the
Excellent
tournament at
too.
that point. That was
might be
awesome.
up there. I really think that this England game yesterday was really, really entertaining as
That
well.
was
I thought,
that was
I want
really
to touch on
entertaining.
England a little bit because like they're the team that I feel like England is the team that Americans they watch the Premier League the most. So I think that's the team that they pay attention the most for, especially me and my friends.
Yeah,
And I thought they looked really good yesterday. I mean the first half, they're down 2-2.
Yeah.
Sorry, it was 2-2 and Kane on the score sheet twice already. But I think the way that second half played out, man, Thomas Tuchel having a German manager is like really foreign for England. This is the first tournament for that.
no manager or no team has won with a foreign manager. Is that correct?
No, never.
Don't we have a foreign manager?
Yeah.
Yes.
Russell Crowe?
Russell. He's Argentinian.
But dude, to England, that's what I was saying. Obviously, if you haven't noticed by now, we're 34 minutes in, and we're missing one of our cohort tonight. Todd is
mentioned
down. But he is he'll say USA is probably his number one team, but the dude's an England fan.
No, he's an England.
And I don't even know if he would say USA is his number one team. But regardless, I was texting with Todd a bunch before. He kind of convinced me on the "it's coming home" train, and I really like just the narrative. Like England's coming back to USA on the 250th birth year Like they can't deal with the heat. They were getting earthquakes and tornadoes hitting their shit, and it's like, what if they just come out and like go on a run? Um, and
Yeah, their camp has been ridiculous. There's like a shooting
Yeah.
nearby, and
yeah. Well, dude, and they're on and I did a lot of different simulations or like brackets, and on almost all of the brackets I made, England was coming out on the side that did not have France and Spain. So they wouldn't have to see them until they were on the side that would usually have Argentina or
Portugal.
Portugal.
Hmm.
But Portugal, I mean, we'll see if they get there. At least
God,
after.
they
So
need to figure it out.
I thought with this game they just played,
Yeah.
so I don't know. There's been a whole lot of drama about the squad selection, leaving
Hmm.
out like
Palmer.
Harry Maguire, Palmer, Foden. There's a ton of players. So I think that what, and myself included, kind of got proved wrong a little bit is Tuchel selected this squad to play a certain way,
Hmm.
and that is it's like heavy metal athleticism, press the shit out of you type of
Yeah.
soccer, and that's what we saw literally with Croatia. Like they didn't like that they did not stop running, and especially in that
Yeah.
second half. That second half, like I don't like Harry Kane literally said it like in his post match interview. He said Tuchel said in the halftime team talk, I would rather lose the way we want to play than win some shit way.
Hmm.
Like it's like if we're gonna lose, we lose our way. And our way, like especially with the players, the two wingers they started, who probably aren't the best players. The wingers, Anthony Gordon on the left and Madueke on the right. They started these guys, but they are so athletic and it's the way they want to play. And instead of just having the best soccer players out there, they literally have the best athletes out there.
Yeah.
I
And
think
I think they'll run all over Ghana too.
I think it was said in the Portugal game, and I don't know if they were comparing the Congo and Portugal or Portugal and something else, but you talking about Tuchel kind of pick players that how he wants to play, and this might be a reason why Portugal's kind of struggling. Their manager just picked their best players, like
Mhm.
that
Yeah.
that could play for them, and there's
Yep.
no. This is how we're going to play. We don't need to play athletically. We have our best players here. This is the 11. Try and beat it, like type of thing. And like obviously that didn't work out for them, at
No.
least in the opening match. And it's just the opening match. Argentina lost to Saudi Arabia in 2022, and they won the whole thing. So
Yeah.
like,
I
they
think
can
that
flip it
the
around,
last
but
four winners have not gone 3-0 in the group stage.
yeah, so they can figure
Yeah.
it out. But a team that, and I don't even, they said that obviously before the England game, or I wasn't thinking of England at least, but that kind of further proves it. Of obviously you're not going to go, I want this Division Two English player because he plays with a lot of pace. Like you're not going to stoop that
Yeah.
low. But if there's a
No,
guy
these
that
are all still Premier League level.
exactly.
And like Anthony Gordon just signed for Barcelona. Like he's still a good
Exactly.
footballer, but like
So like if there's people
not
that
better
can
than
fit
Rashford.
your scheme, and there may be someone that's a little bit better, but you're taking a little bit less that fits the scheme more.
Mhm.
Like
Oh, yeah,
games
100%.
like that versus Croatia prove that that's probably the
Yeah.
better
Yeah.
way to go.
Well,
Yeah.
and with Croatia too, like I know they're getting up there a little bit in age, but Croatia has been over the past at least my lifetime of watching World Cups has
yeah.
always been a nation that's been in there and has competed well, and they just look like they did not have the defense to keep up when England was on attack. Like their attack looked extreme. They got like 22 shots on them.
Yeah,
Even just to
it
get
was
that many
crazy.
shots up is wild.
It should have been 5 or 6. Like it was. Like they should. Like I think that England, like with starting these really athletic players, they wear you down, and then they bring on the likes of Rashford and Morgan Rogers. These like
And
then
the
they
depth.
bring
Switch
on
that
then they
whole
bring on
line out.
then they bring on the technical players. It's like oh shit! I just ran my ass off for 70 minutes. Now I have to go up against Rashford, Rogers, and whoever. Like it's
Saka.
yeah, Saka, exactly Saka.
They put all
yeah,
three of those guys in what the second half,
like
and
yeah.
you're
If I
running
was
with
a
Madueke for 50 minutes, and then it's like,
yeah.
hey, now here's three of the youngest stars in the Premier League.
Yeah,
Now
like,
that you're tired,
okay.
like
Well,
it's
yeah, you look
ridiculous.
over and you see them come on, and you're like, "Fuck." Yeah, this is yeah, it's literally how it is.
And I mean,
But
I don't think they're top to bottom the top talented team, but I mean,
no,
like you said,
no.
you have to talk about them about the way that they played that game.
Yeah,
That was
they were
really well
and
done.
really entertaining too.
Mhm.
Because with the former manager Gareth Southgate, like they were winning these games, they win 1-0, and just be like, "Oh, that was not a fun watch." That was
That's why
not
we
a fun
tied.
watch.
That's why we tied with the U.S.
Yeah,
That's why
exactly.
they tied with
Yeah,
the U.S. in
exactly.
2022,
Yeah.
and we acted like the whole country won the Super Bowl together.
Yeah.
But it's like that's how Southgate played. Like
Yeah.
that's just how it was with the old manager. And yeah, so I know you especially Dom were saying like Tuchel's a double agent because he's like German, but after
On
that,
that team selection,
after that
yeah, but
debut game. Like it's
I
starting
think
to
he
make sense.
definitely changed my mind a little bit.
Yeah.
I see the method to the madness a little bit. Yeah, I do.
I'm
But I'm a little nervous for England because if everything goes the way it's supposed to, their round of 32, or sorry, their round of 16 match would be Mexico in Mexico City.
Hmm.
That's a tough game. Their
It is.
quarterfinal match, their quarterfinal match could be Brazil and Miami.
And it's been a
Another
while
really
since
tough one.
Mexico's gone that far. They usually have trouble in the knockout stage.
Yeah, like they usually
They'll make
bow
it out of the group.
they usually bow around to 16, like either like the first knockout stage game. So, but even if they get past that, like, that Mexico game will be tough in the heat and everything like that. But then they might have Brazil and Miami, which would be a tough one.
I'm excited,
But
obviously.
I've been a little underwhelmed with Brazil, so I really don't know.
Yeah,
I agree.
and that was
Yep.
and that was a fun game. I feel like Morocco were kind of easy underdog picks in that game.
They're a good side, man. They're really good.
And it's
Have been.
yeah, well, and it's like they kind of have continued this generation that led them on the crazy run in 2022. And from my information that's very brief about AFCON and them playing, it seems like they were potentially robbed in the finals.
Sort
And
of, yeah, sort of.
so I don't know anything about all that, but it seemed like they were a really good team. And everything I heard about Brazil leading up was that they have some talented players, but they don't really play together. It's kind of clunky.
It's another team
and
that
that's-
needed to put it together. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and they had Vinicius score, but other than that, it was very clunky. Aside from a really good goal from him.
Yeah, like which was an excellent finish, but I think that Ancelotti their coach made a couple decisions where starting Igor Thiago, who is a traditional striker, like big body, everything like that. But when you're playing for like a mid-tier team, and then all of a sudden you want to start for Brazil, like he's not playing for a great team. He had a great season. He scored 20 goals, like 22 goals, something like that, which is ridiculous. But making that jump from Brentford, where he plays, to starting for Brazil in the World Cup, I don't know if that's good enough. I think that you got to start Mateus Cunha, who was their guy all of qualifying. I think you got to start him up front, and they play Haiti next. Like that, they need to come out and batter them.
That's a
They need to
tune-up
win.
game.
They need to win. They need to win by 4 or 5 goals in that game. Show
I would
them
pick
they're
them to
not.
win by 4 or 5 goals.
Yeah,
I,
I would
I
say
like
so.
that. I like that tune up for them.
Yeah. I mean, it has to be a tune-up. You need 3 points out of that, and you can't. There are teams that can go through, like we said, obviously with like 3 ties, or like Brazil cannot be one of them.
No,
They
no,
can't
no.
be one of them.
You can't. I mean, again, we doubt this will happen, but I mean, imagine the scenes that they tie Haiti,
Yeah.
but then they have to go play Scotland.
Yeah, because Morocco's
like,
quality. Like,
Why would you?
they
Like,
probably should have won.
I wouldn't want to play Scotland.
Scotland,
No way.
Scotland in Boston, dude. Like
I would not want to play Scotland.
Absolutely not.
that's their second home at this point.
Yeah, exactly.
Scotland,
Exactly,
Scotland
man.
they may just envelop the country. They may just become a joint country. Put a bridge between them.
Yes, that'd be awesome, man.
But
But no,
Jackson-
it's been cool to see. But it has been cool to see how the fans have come across, and they really liked it. I mean, we got
All the tweets
viral,
are hilarious.
viral German Freddie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's getting free shit. He's going to Ella Langley tonight. That guy.
Yeah,
But,
Yeah.
he's gonna take my girl, dude. My girl's going to L. Langley in OKC. I'm done for.
No, you're done.
That's
But yeah,
that's
like,
that's
I mean-
OKC's Super Bowl, dude. Now that the
Yeah,
Thunder
like-
lost,
Yes,
there's nothing
bro.
else to do in OKC. But Ella
It's at the
Langley.
Zoo Amphitheater. Isn't that sick?
There may be, dude.
That is
there may
sick.
be 1 million people at that concert, bro.
Seriously.
Yeah.
All of OKC's going.
but it has been cool. Like, obviously, the Scots taking over Boston,
Fenway.
the Fenway, and I know the English went to a rodeo in Dallas. They
I saw that, too.
which
That's
sold
sick.
out of beer. There's been some cool shit,
That's like my
And I
full
think
for
the
you
Koreans,
program.
in Mexico, like that was ridiculous. Drinking huge margaritas and shit. So it's been cool. But I think it's been cool to see like the Europeans shit on America, and all of a sudden
Yeah.
they're in love with it.
Wait,
They're in love with it a
yeah,
little bit.
I
Jackson,
think
I
it
was going
took-
to ask you.
Yeah.
Do you have any golden boot bets that you took pre-tournament? And then, Dom,
I heard.
piggyback off that, has your opinion changed in the first set of games? So I took there. I had basically the social sports book Novig. You have three
Yep.
three tokens. I'm getting one a week. My first one
Not
was Mbappe.
sponsored, by the way.
Not sponsored, by the way.
Yeah.
We're sleeper here for Green
Yeah,
Ratings.
we don't support Novik.
But I got the first one I put on Mbappe before any games. I just put the second one this morning on Lionel Messi.
Okay.
The only thing, and I had discourse about this.
What was he this morning?
I don't know what the odds were. It's more so just like it was 5 to win. I think it was like plus 346, 386.
That's right. I'm at.
He was tied with Mbappe for the best odds.
Okay.
I mean, he did have a hat trick, but it's basically like I get a share of 500K if he wins the Golden Boot, depending on how many people bet him or whatever.
So
I literally only put $5 on it. I was more so just hoping for the
minimum
big cash.
The minimum bet.
But we were talking about it with Holland. Norway's not good enough to make that.
But they're not going to go far enough.
But can he score enough? Because the Golden Boot winners have been 6, like 5, 7, like around there.
With the extra game, I mean, Mbappe won in last time with 8, but again, he had a hat trick in a World Cup final. Like, let's be honest. But Kane won it in 2018, I think, but he farmed all of his goals against Panama. He had a hat trick against Panama in the group stage. But there's been a million people are scoring goal after goal. I mean, you got all the top dogs on 2. You got Jonathan David now on 3. Balogun on 2. You got there's Messi on 3. Obviously, there's been a ton of goals.
You just and obviously it's so influenced by who goes the farthest. Otherwise, the odds would be so different. And someone like Holland.
But is it really? Like, you can farm the group stage. Like, if these better teams go on,
you can
farm the better teams that go on and they tie, or say it's like, like Holland, or he's not like a one-man rodeo. They have Sorloth.
No, they have
but he's obviously the best. Team. But, versus a team where obviously Kane has 2. But England plays more, like, as a team. So if they were to go farther, you could still see Holland beat Kane because he's more of a one-man show and racks up goals in the first 3 matches that they have.
I would say, I mean, look, and again, I'm not as well versed on this as y'all are, but to me, especially after, considering their pre-tournament odds and how good they looked in their first game, I would just have to assume that France is going to at least make the semifinals. And so it's going to be hard when Mbappe scores 2 goals in the first game, and they're a team that looks like it would be a disappointment to not make the semifinals. He's just going to get so many opportunities. I mean, I think Kane would be value because I also think England could go on that run. And then if you want to look at someone, Spain looked not great, obviously, in their first game. It was an incredible goalkeeping performance. But, if you want to speak purely in terms of value, like, again, I don't know how much they're going to play, Lamal. But if you could find someone on Spain where their odds have probably ballooned after their first game. But, it's just hard to not take or trust Mbappe.
It's hard to win the Golden Boot after a 0-0 tie, though, as well. Especially when, Dom put the list, all the top dogs are already at 2. Messi's at 3.
They were backing Yorthabal, the striker for Spain, to farm goals against Cape Verde and to put up a stinker like that.
That's the thing, too. They were supposed to win that by multiple. They were
supposed to do what Germany did.
Yeah, 100%.
Because Havertz is on 2.
Yeah,
I did that stupid token on that game where it's like you get bonus bet per goal scored, and then that was a 0-0.
It's just 0-0. The only 0-0.
Because I thought it
know that,
like
Jackson.
Germany,
That's
dude.
so brutal, dude.
Because Todd had let me know. I was like, "Where'd you get a $65 bonus bet?" And he's like, "Oh, from this goal promo, whatever." I was like, "Oh shoot, dude, Spain's gonna score like 5-6 times," and it was a 0-0.
I think the promo's over already.
Yeah, I think they ended that shit.
That's brutal.
But
only 0-0.
The one thing I will say about these Golden Boot winners, especially like a team like Argentina or a team like France or maybe even England, you win your first 2 games, you could see heavy squad rotation in that third game. If you already qualified for the knockouts, if you already qualified, say England have 6 points and then Ghana has 3, and then Panama and Croatia both have 1 or something like that. Or one of them is they could easily just play their second 11 and or play Kane for 20 minutes. They could easily do those things. Same thing with France. France will kill Iraq, and then they might rotate versus Norway.
Well, and I think that's something interesting to look at for the USA's matchup now tomorrow, because Australia was pretty, from at least what I saw coming in, was pretty universally viewed as the fourth best team in America's group. And so the fact that they've now secured 3 points off of one game is essentially a 66% chance to advance, even if they lost their next couple of games. It'll be interesting to see what happens because USA and Australia both have 3 full points.
Yeah, no, 100%. I think that if that game, obviously USA are going to be heavily favored, and
Yeah.
if we go up one, I could see Australia be saying like, let's not fuck our let's not screw over our damage. Let's not screw
Yeah.
over our goal differential. Let's not lose by 4. Let's lose by 1. Like
Yeah.
let's lose, you know what I mean? Let's keep it close. Like one of those things where let's not screw over our goal difference. So to make sure that we have this win, we have
Yeah.
goal difference, and then maybe we could just like eke out a tie against Paraguay or something, and then we're through.
And it's huge for the USA too, especially with the Pulisic injury stuff, because if they can get a win against Australia now, they're through, and you don't even have to play Pulisic
No.
for the final game against Turkey.
Well, they played the whole second half without him as well in the opening game, so it's like I feel like nobody in this group is threatening enough where, and obviously Pulisic is a guy that like if he's
Turkey
healthy,
was
he's
supposed
like,
to be
I'm
the
gonna
biggest
play.
threat. Yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
right. But like Pulisic is a guy that's like, I'm gonna play if he's healthy, and maybe you just say whatever, you can go play a half, but you don't really need him in the group stages. Like knock on wood, of course, but like with your matchups, you have obviously Balogun's with 2. Giorena had a nice goal, even though I know some people are not his biggest fans. Like there are players that can step up in the group stages so that Pulisic is healthy by the time the round of 32, round of 16 come around, where the U.S. is really supposed to kind of bow out, is like around the round of 16 is what I've seen. So you're going to need your best player to try and beat that.
And I think that it's not a bad situation to have. If it's going to be somebody, it's nice to be an attacker. Like
Definitely.
obviously, Pulisic is our best player. Like we need him. Like if we want to do anything, we need this guy. But the drop off from him to Aronson or Weah or whoever or Reyna, whoever comes in for him, the drop off to those guys compared to the drop off of like Chris Richards, who was coming into this tournament not so healthy. He didn't play in either of the friendlies leading up to it. I don't even know if he played in the Conference League final for Crystal Palace, like in club, the last game of the season. Like the drop off for him to our next center back who comes in it's so far compared to Pulisic to Aronson or whoever. So like I think that having it be an attacker is better than a defender for sure.
Because now it feels like we do have an opportunity to maybe not bow out. Like just again, it's easy to overreact after one game, but I and that's why I'm so excited to watch tomorrow. Because even though again it's Australia, which is a team that we should be heavily favored against, like it would be nice because what we've seen off of the past is okay, one good game, one fleeting moment. Then okay, now it's back to reality. We somehow end up drawing 1-1 with Australia tomorrow. But like if we keep it up, I think that's a really good sign that maybe we could, not.
I mean, it's winning in tomorrow.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And it's like I'm not going to sit here and say we're going to win the World Cup. Like sports books are pushing like bet on the US. If they win, you get a share of whatever. Like, dude, the US is not going to win. Like, we're not going to be unrealistic. But if we could get to the round of 16, maybe win a round of 16 game, shock the world, get it to penalties or something like that. Like, I think that would be absolutely incredible. And it seems like if we can stay healthy and continue to play as a unit and kind of carry this momentum we created from the first game, maybe we could do something, especially when it looks like our first matchup based on the simulations after the group stages could be an easier opponent.
In U.S. needs the first spot. U.S. needs to win their group, I think, to really be able to.
Like I'd rather come up against a third place team such as literally it could be like a Saudi Arabia, it could be an Algeria, it could be like a Congo, compared to like a second place team of Morocco or Ivory Coast or Ecuador or Japan.
A lot of teams we have bad relations with political wise.
Yeah,
our potential teams will play.
I think there's a chance we can actually play Iran. Like that'd be amazing.
Put that game in Texas and see what happens, Iran. See what type of chance we're getting in the stands.
That'd be awesome, man.
No, I mean, like I think the winning your group is important, but at the same time, like win and move on. I think it's win tomorrow and you win your group. Like especially because Australia has, they have the other win, right? So 3 points. We both have 3
Yeah.
points.
Oh yeah, win tomorrow and we win the group. I
So
think.
I mean,
and
if we have 6 points, no other team
Yeah.
could reach 6.
No.
Or well, I guess
Yeah.
technically Australia could if they won their third match. But
And they'd have to score a lot more. They'd have to score a lot of goals, and we have to lose by a good amount
And
because
that
of goal
game's,
difference.
that game's in Seattle, right? That's a
Yeah, it's in Seattle.
okay.
Yeah.
All right. Get the 12s
Yeah.
out there.
I know.
Get 'em
That's
loud.
like I guess notoriously, like, as far as MLS fan bases go, that's one of probably the most
definitely the Seattle Sounders
like,
fan base for sure.
passionate wise.
For
So
sure.
they obviously
Isn't
have
there
the
also the Portland Timbers? Is that a real team?
yeah. Oh my God, goal line clearance for Mexico just happened. But
What?
Oh, I
yeah,
forgot the game's
South
on.
Korea. I think that was Son almost just scored clear off the line. Yeah,
Oh,
it
that's
was.
my boy. We love
I think it
Son.
was,
I need to get a Son jersey and hang it up. That's gonna be like in the background of the podcast.
But
I have
as
my
far as
I have my Tottenham flag,
as
or my
far
Tottenham
as,
scarf on like the
Seattle,
other side of
though,
this door.
I need to get mine.
they do have Seattle does have the best chant in footy history. It's if you look it up, it's "Come on, Seattle, fight and win." It's the worst. It's the worst shit ever, bro.
That's
It's the
what
worst
we
shit.
have to offer when like they're
Yeah.
chanting at 150 decibels in
And
the
there's
crowd.
flares everywhere in Kansas
No, it's
City.
yeah,
for
Yeah.
I do. That's the one thing about it, obviously the Americans is like, I do listen to a couple podcasts of English people and they who went to this game yesterday and they're saying like it's crazy how many American fans there were also for number one in England tops, which is like, listen, I own a jersey, I own a freaking Italy jersey, but
Yeah.
like at the same time, like they're there supporting England, and then number two, like the chanting and culture is just like so different from Europeans to American. All right, cooler.
Respect. Is that an Ellie De La Cruz jersey, bro?
No,
Bro, it's Turkey.
it's Turkey, bro.
I know.
He's going up against
there,
him.
bro.
He's gonna have that on next week.
Yeah.
Dude, if you squinted, it looks like the Reds logo.
You mean because it's literally just
He
a
got that. He
C-looking
got that.
shape?
Yeah.
He got that jersey because he's about to get a transplant there soon.
Oh,
Yeah.
100%. That the hair's leaving me for sure.
What was the video of what was the team that was shooting off flares outside of Arrowhead? Y'all see that?
I think that was probably Algeria.
Wasn't it the team that
Jordan,
lost?
Algeria.
I think it was Jordan.
No, Jordan didn't play in Kansas. I know Algeria played in Kansas
I'm
City.
gonna say I haven't
Was
paid
that
attention.
yesterday or was that 2 days ago? I think it was
That was 2 days ago.
2 days.
It was
It was
Algeria,
it was
Argentina. Yep.
Yeah, it was
because
definitely-
Messi's 2-0 and Arrowhead and Derek Carr's 1-9.
Yeah,
That's
the
how
team
I
that
know.
lost to Messi was the one that was shooting flares off
That's
outside of the
Algeria.
stadium, which
This is
sums
ridiculous.
up fans that are coming in. Like they lost the game, got hat tricked on, and were shooting flares. Like I gotta
Yeah.
respect that. Like I haven't even seen Philly do that, dude. Or well, New York has done it, but they actually won.
New York's done a whole lot worse.
Yeah, they have done a whole lot worse. But I was gonna say I haven't even been really watching the games today. This is the first day that I haven't. Most days I've had every single game on, no matter what I'm
Missed
doing.
a decent card, I'd
Missed
say.
a couple
Better
goal
than
fe-
like,
couple
better
goal
than I thought
fests,
it'd be.
But only because the U.S. Open's on. So I gotta.
So yeah,
let's
shift into that, bro. How'd it go today?
It was weird because again, this is a course that there's been 654 players that have ever teed it up in a major condition. Only 3 of them have ever finished under par. So this is a like Brooks Koepka in 2018 won at 1 over par. He won the whole tournament. So
Ridiculous.
it's a really tough course, but a lot of changes were made to make it play a little bit easier. And as things stand now, there's 9 players at 2 under, a few more at 1 under, and then Wyndham Clark, former U.S. Open winner and my former arch nemesis, it leads at 6 under. He leads by 4 shots.
Did he win at Quail Hollow? Is that where he won?
He won in 2023 at LA Country Club, which is a very controversial U.S. Open just because the course is played like easier, more like a PGA Championship. It wasn't a very good course, but yeah. So there's currently a stoppage right now because they couldn't get the round done. There was a fog delay of like 2.5 hours, so they'll have to come back out, play like 4 or 5 holes tomorrow. But he's played his ass off. But it's been a weird. But there's plenty of other big
What
names.
just happened, Dom?
That Quiones guy from Mexico.
Yeah.
Their only black player just had
Yeah.
a header from the penalty spot. Good save. Kind of right at him, but good save.
Shut out.
What's the truth, Jackson, to what Liam said about they might make the pin placements a lot harder tomorrow because they made them easy because of the wind today, but the wind died down, didn't pick up. Is there truth to that statement?
Yeah, I mean, the USGA's been working their ass off because basically the last 2 times it's been held here, they've gotten kind of torn to shreds about like losing the golf course, basically just making it like everyone wants to see hard, but like when you make it impossible. So they've really tried to slow the greens down. Like they were dumping, but like mid round, we're dumping water on the greens to try and slow them to about a 10 because the wind is up to 30 miles per hour. But tomorrow, they're expected to do the same things, water it down, keep these greens really slow. But the wind is supposed to be down tomorrow. So like they don't want players to be climbing, shooting like we have Wyndham shooting a 600, but it's one player having a really, really good round and kind of got lucky with the conditions late in the afternoon. But the whole field can do that if they don't put some harder pin locations. If they're going to be making these greens so slow and the conditions will be down, it should be the easiest day for them. I would expect tomorrow to have the hardest pin locations and then rely more on the greens firming up and the conditions picking up on the weekend.
What's the final round score for the winner, do you think? I mean, it's only been one day, but do you have any sort of even estimate?
My pre-tournament prediction, a lot of people, some of my followers from the green reading side of things were not buying it because I said specifically I think we see a playoff at 2 under. I think we see 2 guys get to 2 and they're like, what? You're crazy. No one's going under par. I think now, obviously, things are going to come back. Conditions will toughen up. I would still say we see a winning score. In 2004, the winning score was 4 under. That would be my prediction right now. 4 under, maybe 3 under, like 5 guys under par. I think they just kind of overcompensated.
You do think Wyndham falls off?
What'd you say?
You think Wyndham falls off in this? There's no way he can build on it. Not even you don't even think he comes out tomorrow and shoots like even, huh?
I mean, I do not think he wins, but I don't think he completely collapses. His form has been really good. He got a win for the Green Reading Channel a few weeks ago, so I like him more than I used to. But the thing is, the guys right behind him, I mean, you have Matt Fitzpatrick, you have Rory, John Rahm is up there, Bryson has had a good first round. Like, there's just too many guys. Scotty's not too far back. Too many guys that are going to stay even when Wyndham's a little bit too up and down. So I would be really surprised if he was a 2-time major winner.
Yeah. What jumping from the top to the bottom, so to speak, what do you think the cut line will be then?
So the cut line in 2018 was 9 over, which is obviously high as shit. Right now, I think the cut line, if it stopped right now, would be 5, or it's either 4 or 5. So I would imagine.
Oh, like projected? You're saying?
Yeah, like if it was just a 1-day cut,
yeah,
it would be at 4 over right now. So you naturally kind of double it. I would say that we see 8 over as a cut line.
Gosh.
And it's like because there's 156 guys in the field, only 60 make the cut. So there's going to be some shit scores up there.
So about two thirds of the guys.
Yeah,
are going to be 8 over or worse, or 9 over or worse.
Yeah,
seriously,
it's crazy.
That's frustrating. I'd be so frustrated.
Let's see who had the worst round today.
It's like, dude, you could be 5 over, and you're like, oh, I'm safe. Like I'm making the cut. I'm making it back.
Yeah, Robbie Higgins is. Congrats, dude. I'm trying to find. Okay, Vandy's first round leader pick is in 143rd. Brandon Wu. Oh, okay. JJ Spawn is at 7 over. He won the U.S. Open last year, and he just shot a 7 over.
It's crazy, yeah.
So
is this probably? I mean, obviously the conditions made it fucked, but is this one of the toughest courses that are out there, or in the U.S.?
This is one of the. It's kind of the closest thing the U.S. has to like a links style course, like a very European style, very difficult, like they'd play for the British Open.
I'm seeing videos and I'm seeing that really tall grass, and I get it.
Yeah, I mean, you could say it's at minimum just as hard as Oakmont. And Oakmont, JJ Spawn was the only player under par last year. We'll see what the conditions allow for, but it's going to be tough. It should be good viewership either way. We've got We had a hell of a weekend last weekend with sports. We've got another really good weekend this weekend. Sit back. You can watch the World Cup on one side, watch baseball, watch U.S. Open.
Big day tomorrow.
So I got a question for both of you then. Now that I mean, obviously I didn't really watch any of the U.S. Open. Tommy, I don't know about you, but so now that we've seen a day of the U.S. Open and we've seen every team play one game of the World Cup, give me your winner in each.
Okay.
Oh, God.
Tommy, you want to go first or you want me?
Yeah. I'll go United. No, I'm kidding. It's like we talk so good about England or so fond of England, but I just can't see them get past it. I want to say Spain and be public, but that 0-0 scares me. I would think France somehow puts it together. I would say France would be my pick, and then, gosh, U.S. Open. You can give me. I'll take Rory.
Okay.
'Cause that's a fun one, I feel like. Well, I mean, obviously people don't like him, that's why it's fun. But
I was either
think
going
those
to
are my
rip
two.
double English or double Spanish, as in England and Rory. Well, he's Irish, but it's all the same.
Same area.
But doesn't matter. I'm ripping the double Spaniard. I'm going Spain. Look like dog shit. 0-0. They start playing Lamine a little bit more. They get into a good rhythm. That was my pre-tournament pick. I'm sticking with it. Spain wins, and then John Rahm is looking great. He didn't get to finish his round, but he's at 2 under.
What's he at?
Yeah, he's at 2 under, so he's
Okay.
tied with a group of the guys closest to Wyndham. And he looked great, so I'm gonna go double Spain.
What hole was he on?
He was on.
He's through 13 here, so I'm looking.
He's
He's
on
got
par
5
5.
holes.
Yeah.
5 holes to maybe make a jump, or
Yeah.
the same thing could bite you in the ass.
And that's-
5 holes to. So hold on, I got a question for you
Yeah.
then, because I know what I forgot what tournament it was where they had like some of those guys had to play like 30 holes of golf the one day
Yeah.
but do they don't change the pin placement until those guys are done though, right?
Oh yeah, like
they-
you mean the pin placement from today will stay the same tomorrow when they come back
Like
out?
the guys that need to finish their opening round.
Yeah,
Mhm.
they will keep the pins exactly the same. Then they'll have like a 30-minute reset. They have
Yeah.
a million people out there working. They'll
Right.
recut the holes and they'll put them in the new pin location.
Gotcha.
Um,
But so Jackson went double Spain, Rom
Yep.
in Spain.
what do you
Tommy
think?
went France and
France and Rory.
France and
France and
Rory.
Rory. I think I'm also not going to back Wyndham Clark to win this. I think I'm going to go. I think I'm going to go Oberg to get
Okay.
one. I think he's gonna ball out.
Okay.
I'm looking at this. He's 1 under here. I think I'll have a day. Maybe have a day tomorrow.
I like
or
that
he'll bite,
pick.
or he'll bite me in the ass and he shoots 4 under.
Yeah.
Four over.
Seven
It's
over.
literally one or the other.
Yeah.
He's either
Yeah.
going to be leading by the end of tomorrow or he's going to be on the cut line.
Yeah, like I think I'm gonna go him. I think he's due, man. I think he's due. And then what I saw yesterday, man, it might be
Ooh.
coming home. It might be coming home.
Dude, I
It
don't
might be
know,
coming home.
man. I mean,
All right, we
if
have
you're going
a-
off
we
of
have an
England
England
today,
Records are
oh.
meant to be broken, and I think the record of obviously the haunting of 1966, along with a not having a manager from your country, and Tuchel is just a tournament manager. Like he got to the final with PSG. He got the Champions League final with them. Won the Champions League final with the Chelsea squad, who's probably just above average. They weren't amazing. He's just a tournament style manager, and I think their run could
All right.
they could win it with their run.
We have an official England prediction on the 5 to 9 podcast.
That's
Yeah.
It is
wild.
coming home. I
Yeah.
mean, this is the year anything can happen. The Knicks won the fucking finals. We got Sam Darnold winning Super Bowls. Like, why not, dude? Why not? It comes home in America. Would that be
Right.
the
Like,
best
yeah,
day in England history? They
Yes.
win the World Cup
Probably.
on U.S. soil.
No, 100%. I
Yeah.
think that there's not a single other event in their history. Like, literally, I think you could, like, anything, like, out
Yeah.
of anything. Like, this beats like anything that Churchill did. This, like, no.
Racking his brain.
Like,
Like,
you're
can't
looking
find
at-
anything.
You're looking at Sir Deck, like this entire starting 11 will be knighted if they freaking.
Honestly, yeah. Well, and the memes after too, them winning at MetLife Stadium before the Jets or Giants did anything. Well,
Oh.
the Jets.
They'd be a little I don't know if I wanted to see it happen because they'd be unbearable.
Uh-huh.
But
How old is Harry Kane? Is this his last hurrah?
he's in his 30s. I think
Does he
he's
have
in
one
his.
more in him after this?
He could.
Let me see how old he
But it
is.
seems like this
I want
is
to say
the
he's
year,
32. Yeah, he's 32.
He was a part of the best trio across all major leagues
with
in
Elise
Europe
and Diaz.
with Elise and Diaz since Messi, Suarez, and Neymar by goal count
Jesus.
alone, and probably just in general.
Did
32
Neymar get
year
in
old
for
Harry Kane.
Brazil? I can't even remember.
What's that?
Did Neymar get in for Brazil? I can't even remember.
He's injured.
No, so he's
not even
injured. He
dressing.
was out.
Okay.
He was out for the first game. They actually confirmed he'll be out for this next game.
Yeah, he's not even traveling with the team for this
Let's
one.
see,
Yeah.
for
But I think that here with him, with you're talking about this could be his last World Cup. I don't think so. I think
he's playing
with
at 36.
the way he plays, he plays so slow, methodical, likes to drop deep, literally get the ball from the defense. He's a striker. He likes to drop deep, literally get the ball from the defenders and facilitate it himself, which is like he's the only striker in world football who can literally do that.
yeah.
So I think that like with him being 32, I think he's got at least he will definitely play in the next Euros, which is in Great Britain. He'll be 34 for that. So I think he actually turns 33 in July. So
Yeah.
35, almost 35. But I think there's an outside chance he could be in the squad. Maybe
I would
not
think
the
he
start.
plays.
Maybe not
Yeah.
the starter by the next
Yeah.
World Cup. Maybe
Yeah.
come off the bench or something like that though.
Okay. Predictions to wrap up here on our World Cup special. Predictions for the USA Australia game tomorrow.
No Pulisic? Are we assuming no Pulisic?
I'm gonna assume
No, I think he'll play. I think he'll play.
You think
I think
he'll
he'll
play?
play. I think it was all precautionary with.
I think
with
it'll be a
the injury.
big part of tomorrow. Like I said, it's winning in, and I think that they know that if they have an 80% Pulisic, they play through him. Say his health bar, so to speak, goes down to 60. He can sit out that third game. We're already in, win, lose, or draw, whatever, and he's ready to go for 32 for 16. There's a world where we play Algeria and he plays a half of round of 32, so he's 100% maximum ready to go for round of 16. Because again, that's where a lot of people are saying we're gonna get cut. So who knows?
I think we'll see him start 100 and probably play. If we're not up by 2 goals, he'll play a little bit into the second half. But my prediction, I'm gonna go 2-0 US.
Okay.
I was gonna say 2-0 or 3-1. I think it's a 2-goal win.
I think everyone's gonna get pissed. We're gonna go down 1-0, and then we're gonna win 2-1.
Yeah,
It's not a bad shout at all. Actually,
It's gonna be
it's
a
not
little
a bad
closer
shout.
our
than
goalkeeper
the
can
is
last
so
see-
game.
poor.
Now that you say that, like Australia getting an early goal, and like I'd like to see. I mean, even do we have the balls for it? Like Australia getting an early goal, can we come back against
Yeah.
a side
Right.
we're definitely better than? You know?
Test us a little bit.
Yeah. All right. Well,
All right.
you got to tune in. That's the big game of the day. I'm getting all my work done before 2 p.m. around here Central Time
Yeah.
in Tulsa,
Yeah,
Oklahoma.
man.
I will be doing nothing from the hours of 2 to 4. And then probably
I'll be
4 to
working.
5 because you expect me to do an hour of work after watching 2 hours of the World Cup.
Cracking a nice
Absolutely not
cool
on a
lager?
Friday.
What's the
Yeah,
drink
no.
of choice
In
for
the
tomorrow's
office?
game? Yeah.
In the office? Yeah,
In
I'm
the
sitting
office.
at my cubicle with no windows in the office watching
Okay.
the USA game.
Yeah.
I'll be working.
Yeah. You
Missing the whole thing.
sneaking
You gotta
whiskey
drink
in,
one
Dom,
for
at
us,
your
man.
line of-
Yeah,
your line
I
of
don't have
work?
Juneteenth off. I don't have Juneteenth off. My boss is racist.
Wow.
Yikes. I'm
No
going to tell my
Juneteenth-
boss that tomorw.
I mean, dude, you got to get
Bald,
Russell-
former NHL first-round pick with CTE. Yeah, I'm telling him he's racist.
Yeah.
Hey, happy
Probably dab me
Juneteenth,
up.
everyone.
Yeah.
From 5 to
yeah.
9 to you.
Yeah. All right. I think it's a good spot, Jackson, with a political statement to wrap it up there.
Peace.
Dom, thanks for coming on, man. Obviously,
No,
the
of course.
expertise
Thanks,
is
Dom.
unmatched.
Great
Yeah.
first guest on 5 to 9.
Yeah, that's an honor. It
No,
should have been
I-
Choop, but Choop
Yeah.
denied it to go drink whiskey out
Yeah.
a couple weeks ago. So
Should have
That's
have
awesome.
many more guests to come, but Dom
Yeah,
is honored
I
as the
think that-
first one. Hang it in the rafters.
As we get to the later stages of World Cup, I definitely
for
I'd
sure.
love to come back on talk about it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Everything going on. So
All right. Till
All
next
right.
time, fellas.
Till next time.